We need revolutionary mindsets. We need revolutionary attitudes. We need revolutionary commitments. We need an unapologetically pro-people, pro-Africa spirit that centers African aspirations when dealing with the Bretton Woods institutions or any other development partners for that matter, and when fighting Western domination. It is a testament that in spite of the many attempts to gag our revolutionary heroes, whether through assassination, sabotage, demonization, their spirit remains resilient, and it keeps manifesting itself through our understanding, through our recurring realization that things are not okay in Africa. And in many, many parts, things are not okay because the development and financial landscape that Africa was thrust onto at independence and finds itself navigating today was not created by it, for it, or even with it in mind. The fact is, we cannot continue marching on this hybrid path of pro-Africa statements on the one hand and anti-Africa policies on the other hand. We also cannot continue to outsource our children's future to powers that are hell-bent on keeping us relegated to the role of producers of cheap raw materials and labor and consumers of their obsolete goods and rules. We need to enact, not just talk about, enact drastic change. But we can't do this within forums and institutions that are designed to uphold a rigged international economic system. But before we dive deeper into the conversation about the role of this rigged international economic system in perpetuating Africa's underdevelopment, I would like to invoke and acknowledge that we are standing on the shoulders of giant African revolutionary figures, past and present, who have tried and are trying time and again to warn us about all of this and to steer us away from the dangers of blindly following this rigged version of development. These African revolutionaries, past and present, warned us about debt and neocolonialism. They warned us about the various tools of economic subjugation and capitalist exploitation. They warned us about white elephant projects and adopting blueprint and poverty reduction strategies that respond to the interest of ex-colonizers instead of responding to our people's aspirations. They warned us about black skins and white masks amongst us. But they didn't just warn us, They also tried and are trying to empower us and remind us that we have the right to set our people free. We have the right to own our development processes and objectives and sequence our nation-building steps according to our context and our needs. That we have the right to eject spoilers from our lands, and that we can terminate or renegotiate deals. Those of the past gave us, and those of the present are showing us the tools and the language and the resolve it takes to refuse what doesn't serve our people. Please note, I am invoking our revolutionary history and ancestors, as well as living revolutionary examples that are deliberately demonized.